Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I am just doing a simple get ready with me. I'm starting out with my Chanel Le Blanc face base. I really like this. It's one of my favorite bases. It really kind of makes your skin look better just with applying this. I would say it's like a thicker version of the Hourglass primer is how I would describe it. Okay, and I'm using the Physicians Formula Healthy, sorry about that, Healthy Foundation. And I'll put the shade number down below. But as you can see, I just kind of put it right on my face. And I think I'm going to use this little Sephora brush. I'm sure a lot of you probably have this. I think it was a VIB gift. Just to kind of spread it. And I always go over my eyelids and everywhere with my foundation. And this is a really nice foundation, especially for the price. And in this video, it looks like I had the camera tilted a little off. And so sometimes it cuts like a little bit of my face off, but I tried to edit a lot of that out. And you at least see one side. But so now I'm just adding a little bit more. I did notice that I think you get better coverage with this with the Beauty Blender. But this was on last Saturday, so I just wanted it to look pretty good. Just kind of a light makeup application, wasn't like full coverage. But you can get this pretty full coverage. Goodness. Should have sped that part up. And then I always carry everything down my neck. Okay, now I'm taking the Sephora 55 airbrush and I'm going into, I believe that was Rich Vanilla, Laura Mercier Minerals. And I'm just starting with the contour area so that most of the color goes there. And then I kind of use what's left to blend all around. So blending down my neck, and that, I think we all have that white spot underneath our necks, especially if you've lived at the beach. And just around the perimeter, and then I'll kind of go all over my face with that. Yeah, it was Rich Vanilla, because the natural beige is too light if I've got any tanner on. And that just gives you extra coverage too. Okay, today, or on this video, I decided to do something a little different and use my Charlotte Tilbury, the contour stick. And I believe this was like the light medium. And this blends in really well. I mean, even right over that powder. I actually kind of like it over the powder because then it keeps it from moving too much. You can blend it right out, but it stays kind of where you put it. It's a really nice product. I really like all of her products. She did a good job. Okay, this is the NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard. And I'd have to say it's one of my favorite ones to, it's one of my favorite ones. It's a good, I wouldn't say it has the most coverage, but I like the color, and it's just a good everyday. It doesn't have as much coverage as like the Double Wear, and I even think the Bare Minerals, that stick, might have a little bit more coverage, but it's just a good all-around, concealer. So I'm just kind of blending it in, and that is a Smashbox brush. Okay, let's see what I'm doing next here. Okay, I'm just setting that with the Laura Mercier translucent. And what's good about the Laura Mercier Translucent is it itself does some brightening. That's why you'll see me, put it down. It's kind of like you can almost highlight with it any of the places that you want it to be a little bit lighter. I would definitely say it's my favorite one for setting underneath the eyes and stuff like that. Now, if I have to set all over my face, I prefer the, okay, so that's the Laura Mercier Matte Highlight 01. Anyway, if I'm going to set all over the face, I prefer the Too Faced or the La Mer. Okay, now I am getting just any excess powder or foundation out of my eyebrows. I'm putting on some La Mer lip gloss or lip conditioner. Letting that sit in for a little bit. Okay, now I am putting the Urban Decay Minor Sin Lid Primer on my eyes. And if you hear that noise, it's because John is opening or closing the garage. I don't know. It is impossible for me to do a video without anybody making any noises, but that's okay. You guys understand. Okay, and today I'm just using the Clinique Sunset Glow, one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows. It is just so pretty. It's not sparkly. It's like a satin sheen. It's a beautiful shadow, and you can just use it on its own, or it's beautiful with just another color in the crease. It's just one of those that I just love. And it's right up there with like the Bare Minerals, Bare Skin, all of those that are good one shadow shadows. Okay, this has been one of my favorite products, as you can tell. It's the Bobbi Brown Brow Pencil, one of those slanted ones, and it's in blonde, and I just love the color. I think it makes the biggest difference, and it has the brush on the end. And it gives you a good brow, but it's just not overbearing. It's just a good color and formula. And then that is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which is still my favorite. Okay, and I was using a new little brush that I just bought. It's a little travel size fine liner brush from Bobbi Brown, and it has a little top to it. And it's a good shape, and I'm using the L'Oreal Espresso Gel Liner. And you can see that brush really makes it easy. It has a really fine tip, but then it kind of goes down, with a little bit, I don't know, the brush itself starts off wide and then goes to a tip. So you have a little bit more width at the end to fill in with. So there's the other eye that I cut off half the time. But if you haven't tried this liner, you should. It's the L'Oreal Gel Espresso. I've tried the black and the navy blue, and for some reason the brown, the espresso, is my favorite. It's my favorite brown liner. And I think I'm fidgeting with it as usual, trying to get them straight. Oh, I know what it was. One of them was thicker over the middle. And you kind of have to get that straight, because if you don't get that even, then one eye will look much rounder than the other. Okay, this is a new shadow, and it's a Bobbi Brown shadow. I cannot remember the name, but it's a really pretty dark brown. It's one of those, you're probably familiar with the Bobbi Brown shadows like this. They're not real pigmented, but they're pretty, and they've got some sparkle to them. I'll put the information down below. I can't remember the name of it, but it's real pretty. And then I just bought a fresh tube of this the other day. It's good old CoverGirl Lash Blast. I just kind of missed that, having it. I love the Dior. I love the Chanel. I even like that new, what is it, the Benefit or Buxom, whichever that new one is. But this one is just a good everyday mascara, and it comes off really easy, and it does not transfer. So when I know I'm going to wear lashes, sometimes I'll just pull this out and put it on because I know it comes off so easy. And it looks like I was putting on a couple of coats. And I could have easily gone without lashes. I would have probably just made my wings a little bit smaller. And I was talking to everybody. I think we were deciding where we were going to eat. I think we ate at Buffalo Wild Wings that day. Okay, I'm taking off the La Mer lip conditioner and getting ready to put on a lip combo, which I cannot remember what this is. Seems like that was a Bare Minerals liner. I'll put the name down below. It was. Their liners are really good. It's like Borderline, On Point, Vibe, all of them are really nice. And I was just kind of blending it in, getting the excess off. And then this is one of my favorite combos. I do this with Ideal and a bunch of different liners, but I put on the Laura Mercier 60s Pink first. And then I take the Bridget and put that on in the center. So it gives you a really pretty peachy pink color. Okay, and these lashes are just my red cherry lashes, the 43s, and they were already, I think it's the same ones. You can use the same pair forever. The glue just comes right off of them. And okay, and then I decided maybe I wanted a little bit of liner on the bottom just to kind of add a little something. So this is that same liner I used in a couple tutorials back. The Smashbox Private, I believe is what it's called. It's just like a navy blue. And then I put a little bit of Lash Blast on the lower lashes. Okay, and then this is the MAC MSF in Gold Deposit. And it adds a lot of warmth, and it's just it's a yummy contour. Just to go over just a little bit at the end, and it adds a little bit of, I don't know, just adds some good color to your face. And then, oh, I know that was, that's the Sheer Cheek brush from Smashbox, and the blush is Burberry Tangerine. It's a really pretty color. And then I just had curled my hair the night before. Just fluffed it out. And then I went and got my KMS working hairspray, and this is how I spray my hair. Not really trying to hold a style, but I just kind of separate it a little bit and then spray it all over. Okay, and then this is usually my last step, and that's the Maybelline Radiant, and it has that little bit of pinkiness to it, and it gives it a little bit of a glow. Okay, and then I thought I might need a little bit of gloss, so I used Buxom Celeste. And I believe that was it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.